Hi, I'm Jasmine, and this is my public speaking project. Okay, so imagine if a couple decides they are ready for children. The woman has over 10 different contraceptive options, including birth control pills, IUDs, implants, diaphragms, emergency contraception. The list goes on. And then most of these methods require hormones and medical procedures. And then men only have two widely available contraceptive options, condoms and vasectomies. And then, according to the WHO, the World Health Organization, nearly half of the pregnancies worldwide are unintended, making contraception an important public health issue that falls primarily on women. So, today I will argue that women bear a disproportionate share of health risks and responsibilities associated with preventing unintended pregnancies because most contraceptive methods are designed for women, while men have limited reversible contraception options. So today, I want to talk about the current imbalance in contraceptive responsibility, the solutions that could create more shared responsibility, and how communication can make these solutions successful. So why does this matter? Well, women are expected to manage contraception long before pregnancy even occurs. So many females are using contraceptives that are changing their hormone levels to prevent ovulation. And these medications are usually safe, but they can also cause headaches, nausea, mood changes, irregular bleeding, weight changes, hormonal acne, and the list goes on from there as well. And because of this imbalance, women shoulder much of the physical, emotional, and financial responsibility associated with preventing unintended pregnancies. So, how can we create a more equal system of contraceptive responsibility? Well, one way we can develop safe and reversible male birth control. Um, so, researchers have actually spent 40 years working on this, especially at the WHO, the World Health Organization, for hormonal and non-hormonal male contraceptions. So the goal is not to stop sexual function. The goal is actually to suppress spermatogenesis, which is the process of sperm being produced. And the studies from the NCBI have actually shown that it's very effective and reversible as well. So going along with that, the another solution is to fund and increase funding for male contraceptive research. So one of the major reasons why men still only have condoms and vasectomies is not because scientists lack the ideas, it's because we lack funding. And even the pharmaceutical companies rarely and very little help out with the funding for new male contraceptives. So right now, we have the National Institute of Health and the Weill Cornell Medicine that are continuing in the funding of this, and they're getting funding. So the Weill Cornell Medicine has actually received $6 million in grants to continue researching, and Dr. Buck from that medicine organization has actually been working on a contraception since 2023. It's an oral pill that men can take 30 minutes prior to sex, which prevents unintended pregnancies, as well as it lasting 8 hours after that as well. And so, what we need right now is more government grants. We need funding for larger clinical trials, and then we also need greater public awareness so companies can recognize the demand for male contraceptives. And then, along with that, another solution would be sex education. A great one to implement is the CSEE. This teaches more emphasis on inclusion for both parties of women and male to take responsibility. It focuses on gender equality, consent, and contraception. and healthy relationships as well. And schools that have done this have actually had students that use contraception correctly, and they reduce the number of unintended pregnancies as well. So right now, uh, what we need from that, we need programs that are going to emphasize, like I said, the shared responsibility, male participation, and the healthy communication and whatnot. So even with the best solutions, so with the three that I listed out, those can't succeed without people willing to communicate and spread word. So a main point is communication. We need to communicate and spread word through TikTok, Twitter, just any social media. We need to normalize it when we go to the doctor's office. Doctors and nurses need to make it well known. And then another way is the government. We can communicate through the government with public awareness campaigns, research funding, and um, and public health recommendations. Because without communication, the people will never learn about the new male contraceptive methods or understand why uh, this benefits everybody. Um, so, in conclusion, women have carried a lot of the responsibility for preventing these pregnancies for decades. And although progress has been made, men still have limited contraception options. And this is something we need to work on as a society. And we can start today. So by increasing investment in male contraceptive research, expanding comprehensive sexual education, and encouraging open communication between partners and schools and healthcare providers and governments, society can move toward a future where contraception becomes a shared responsibility rather than one that falls primarily on women. Thank you.